been very careful in, you have to be careful how many in-state schools you play. And Coach Gazzardo, their coach, kind of just called me at a time, and she said, Kim, we want you to come back. We want to sell the place out. And I said, yeah. And you almost beat me here last year. Why would I set my... So in response to her, I was also bragging on her team. They made it to the playoffs, lost to Iowa. I'm so proud of her. I know her family. Obviously, it means a great deal to me. That's my home. My high school that I graduated from, you could throw a rock from that arena to the gym. I scored all those points. I think it's now a part of Southeastern. So yes, it will be emotional for me, but not more emotional than what we need to do to win a basketball game. And I'm so thankful it's sold out. I think it's funny, I have classmates and people from over there asking me, can I help them get tickets? So it'll be good for the game. It will be good for Southeastern. It will be good for LSU, which that's more important than me, really. But my mom won't have to travel far.
Hey Coach, you touched on it a little bit the other day about Samaya Smith and just her improvement from her freshman year to now. Can you just elaborate a little bit more on that, about what you've seen from her both on and off the court, about how she's improved?
It's amazing what confidence will do for you. I see her she's just leaping forward. It's not just improvement, it's big leaps of improvement. Her confidence is out the roof right now. I told her after the last game, she's up here and everybody else is down here when she quick jumps you and she gets the ball knocked away. That's just more strength, more maturity that will come with age. But keep doing that. You love to see young people or anybody in life be rewarded for hard work. She stayed here all summer. She stayed here all summer and worked in the strength and conditioning room. And it shows. And she's just a quiet young lady, but one that is just playing lights out right now.
Hey Coach, kind of two questions. First one is, there's been a lot of back and forth on social media this morning in regards to like...
Well, if you're going to ask me social media stuff, I can cut you off. I know nothing about it. Anybody in here can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my second question is going to be, how do you kind of keep the team locked and kind of still on the same mindset to go in tomorrow and play Southeastern Louisiana?
Well, I don't know what's on social media. I don't know, obviously, what young people see, read, whatever. Buddy, I've been doing this for 40 years. If there's negative stuff on social media, do you think it's the first time I've ever had to deal with it? Coach. Just coach and get your team prepared.
Coach, I know you're going to harp on the defensive side of the ball. Now that you've gone through the film and been in there and talked probably more about it, I mean, what do you see?
Well, first thing that I'm going to harp on is the third and fourth quarter were pretty amazing for us offensively. Man, that was fun to watch. Everybody, I know we want to talk about Michaela's 42, and that was just unbelievable, but look what everybody else did. I think on the defensive end, their style of play allowed them to score as many points as they did, and our newness within the team that played the most minutes in the third and fourth quarter helped create some of their offense. Not that they didn't create it themselves, but again, that's that explanation I've been trying to tell you. You're only going to get better defensively the more games you play and the more practices you have together. And we had a lineup on that floor that hadn't played that many minutes together, and then we didn't have Kateri and Angel, on the floor playing many minutes, so you're kind of out of sync, but yet we really weren't out of sync. I thought there was a flow to us that was exciting. And I spent more time just complimenting them.
Hey, Coach. On that note, I know the sample size is small, but how have you seen your team evolve from the first game to this point?
Well, the excitement for one thing, just playing with an excitement about it and just happy for each other. I've said from day one, we can score a lot of points. We can score a lot of points at a lot of positions. The defensive side of the ball, we're still a work in progress, but it's not for lack of effort, I guess is what I'm telling you, that it was for the first game. I think you're seeing more effort.
Hey, Coach, right here. Speaking of like a work in progress, a lot of the talk over the offseason was how would the chemistry be with this brand new team and everything. How would you, what are you guys doing to, I guess, make it get better and better every day?
I think being together creates chemistry. This team is no different than any other team. You still have to build chemistry every year. The only teams that don't have to build chemistry are the ones that have 8, 9, and 10 players returning that all played together all these years. Well, we don't have that luxury. So each year that I've been here, we've had to build some kind of team chemistry. And this is no different. The only difference may be more talent, than maybe in years past. But the chemistry part, you still just have to do what you always do.
Hey, Coach, I know you complimented Southeastern a lot leading up to this game. What have you seen from them on film that you guys really need to prepare for and lock in on?
Okay, the first thing I'm going to tell you is I have a cousin out there. Her mom and I are second or third cousins, okay? So I don't want her to have a good game. So go look her up. You'll see that. She's a good player. You're going to see a well-coached team. I think as I watched Southeastern last year when we played them and this year, you look at, are they playing hard? Do they execute things? Are they doing things defensively they're capable of doing to stay in ball games? And Coach Gazzardo does that with her team. And they're athletic. They have athleticism pretty much at all positions. They have experience, NCAA experience. They're confident. I don't know this to be true, but I would think if people are telling me this is the largest crowd maybe in the history of that building, I don't know if that means concerts or just sporting events, but that has to be exciting for them. That's their home court. And so I think it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us, and I know we have the utmost respect for them because of what happened here last year.
You have a favorite memory playing obviously over there, or anything that kind of flashes back?
A favorite memory playing where? I didn't play in that building, but
Right.
my high school was like right there. In fact, I think the old gym I played in is right there. Yeah, 4 state championships. Who could ever forget that? There's 4 state championships, and I can walk you and show you where my civics class was and where my algebra class was and all those things. So I would imagine when we pull up, I'm going to look to the left and start seeing all my old classrooms. Unless they're not there anymore, but I would imagine they're there. So wonderful memories. That's my hometown, guys. That's where I grew up. It's going to be hard not to stop at places I want to eat, but I'll see lots of family, obviously, and friends. But I see a lot of them at our games here in Baton Rouge already. So I probably will notice people that don't leave Hammond and Tangipahoa Parish at the game that don't drive over here for our games.
Where were those championship games played?
2 of them were played in Lake Charles at the Civic Center, and 2 of them were played at Rapides Coliseum in Alexandria area. And I guess you want to know who we played and what the score was, and I didn't remember that. I can remember some of it.
Got any more questions, Scott?
Should we expect to see Kateri play tomorrow and Angel start?
I guess you better have a ticket to see, huh?
I gotta take my daughter
All
down
right,
for her
you better
birthday.
get
Reed's gonna be there.
You better get a ticket and see.